Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh, Call Halal Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh, Bashem Raha Kadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. This is your brother Yakar Aman, back from Great Millstone, Houston, with another lesson. Just want to go back to the foundation of things. This is Genesis chapter 35 and verse 9. It says, "And the Most High appeared unto Jacob again when he came out of Padan Aram, and blessed him. And the Most High said unto him, Thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name." And he called his name Israel. So that's H3478. It's Yah Shar Allah. It means he is a prince of the power. It says God reveals, but you gotta eat the meat and spit out the bones. But it says Israel, God prevails, the second name of Jacob given to him by God after his wrestling with the angel at Peniel. The name of the descendants of the nation of the descendants of Jacob, the name of the nation until the death of Solomon and the split. So later on in the scriptures, Israel represents the northern tribes, and Judah represents the southern tribes, which also Joseph can represent the northern tribes as well, or Ephraim, because Ephraim is the head of the northern tribes. But it says, "And the Most High said unto him, I am the almighty power. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land." So the promise at the end, is adjoined to the land. The land is the primary promise, but then, later on, the children of Israel, when they came out of Egypt, made a covenant with the Lord to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. And Jacob had 12 sons and one daughter. These are the children of Israel, or the 12 tribes of Israel. As it stands, women cannot make a tribe. Women bring forth fruit, but, a woman is the man has the seed. Let's get that. Let's get that. Wisdom chapter 7. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7. It says, this is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7 and verse 1. It says, "I myself also am a mortal man, like unto all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh, in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood of the seed of man, and the pleasure that came with sleep." So, he's saying that he's a mortal man, like unto all men, and the offspring, which meaning semen, sperma of him that was first made on the earth. In his mother womb, he was fashioned to be flesh in 10 months, being compacted in blood of the seed of man, because man has the seed, and the pleasure that came with sleep. So, in the womb, the child is sleeping primarily while he's being complected with blood. It says, and when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature. And the first voice which I uttered was crying as all others do. It says, I was nursed in swaddling clothes, and that with cares, for there is no king that had any other beginning of birth. So there's no such thing as a virgin birth. All people are born of the seed of man, and man's seed is in his loins. We're going to skip down. It says, we're going to skip down. Okay, so it says, here it goes. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 17. It says, for he have given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made and the operation of the elements, the beginning, the ending, and the midst of the times, the alterations of the turning of the sun and the change of seasons, the circuit of years and the positions of stars, the natures of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds and the reasoning of men, the diversity of plants and the virtues of roots, and all such things as either secret or manifest, them I know. So, Solomon is saying that, like the Heavenly Father said, that there would be no man wiser than Solomon, because of the what he asked to rule the Lord's people, Israel, So he said that he would give him all things. So he understood that, he understood all such things, it says it right there. And all such things as either secret or manifest, them I know. So when he says back here, for there is no king that had any other beginning of birth, that goes for, all men. All men come from the seed of man. But that being said, the 12 tribes of Israel were of the seed of Jacob, or Israel, Yasha'Allah. He's a prince of the power. But when we come down, we went, okay, the Lord gave the children of Israel laws, statutes, and commandments. I mean, you can follow the lineage. The lineage goes all the way back to Adam. There was a chosen line, a chosen line from Adam all the way down to Yahushua. Yahushua is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. His name is Yahushua, which means he is the deliverer. But his lineage, there's a lineage track before Israel's name was changed from Jacob to Israel. That line, that bloodline, were called the sons of God through Seth, the sons of God. We can get that, and because these people would have you believe that angels made love with women, and this is not the case. The sons of God is who is describing, is Genesis chapter 6 and verse 1. It says, this is Genesis chapter 6 and verse 1. It says, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. And the sons of God saw the daughters of men, they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. Okay, so the sons of God was a specific lineage of people. It wasn't the angels of heaven. It was the specific lineage of people. We can get that in, I think it's Luke chapter 3, I believe, in the last verse. Khan, and it says, and this goes through a lineage, and it says, which was the sons of Enos, which was the son of Seth, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of God. So the son of God were this line through Seth all the way down to, you know, as it stands right here, all the way down to Jacob, then Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So this is the same bloodline. These were called the sons of God, but after Abraham and Isaac, Jacob's name was changed to Israel, which we just saw in Genesis chapter 35. But so the Lord made an agreement with the children of Israel when they came out of Egypt. This would be Exodus chapter 24. Okay. Okay, this is Exodus chapter 24, and he said unto Moses, come up unto the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shah, and Lord means he is. The Lord's name is Yahweh, which means he is. You know, let's get it. Yahweh. You know, there's no other, you know, there are no, I guess, different vowel points in the Hebrew. You know, there are no E's, there are no J's, there are no U's. So that, you know, that discounts all of these other mispronunciations. But it's the letters are Yah, Ha, Wa, Ah, Yahweh. So it means the existing one, the proper name. He is. It says, and he said unto Moses, come unto Yahweh, come up unto Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, thou and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu, and the 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye afar off. And Moses alone came near to the Lord, but they shall not come nigh. So he's giving them instructions. He says, and Moses alone shall come near to the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, but they shall not come nigh, neither shall the people go up with him. And Moses came and told the people all the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. And that means Yahweh, he is in the name of his only begotten son, Yahweh Shah. And it says, and all the judgments and all the people answered with one voice and said, all the words which Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah have said, we will do. So the children of Israel entered into this contract with the Lord. You know, he said, all the words which the Lord have said, we will do. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord and rose up early in the morning and builded an altar under the hill and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled it on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people. And they said, all that the Lord had said, we will do and be obedient. So, you know, the children of Israel said, all that the Lord said, we will be obedient. You know, this is a contract that he made with them, not any other people. It says, and Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, behold, the blood of the covenant which the Lord hath made with you concerning all these words. And then went up Moses and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu and 70 of the elders of Israel. And they saw the power of Israel, and there was under his feet as if it were a paved work of sapphire stone, and as it were the body of heaven in his clearness. But okay, so the children of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the ones that made this agreement with the Heavenly Father. Now, I think it outlines the blessings and the curses in Leviticus, but it goes over it more in depth in Deuteronomy chapter 28, because all the children that left out of Egypt, the fighting age men and adult women, that went out of Egypt, they perished in the desert because of their unbelief, because they didn't believe, what the Lord, they didn't believe, they didn't believe the Lord. He had shown them great signs and wonders by bringing them out of Egypt. But when it was time for them to go into the Lord, into the land that he promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they were hesitant and didn't believe. So all of that whole generation had to die off. And so he established his covenant, or he established the the contract with the children, of those people. Once they had died off, before they actually went into the land, he established that contract with the children of those that died off. And that'll be, we're not going to go over all of that, but the Lord gave his children the children of Israel, laws, statutes, and commandments that they were to abide by. And if they did not keep them, then, they would go under curses. So, and the Lord doesn't change. Oh, come on. There we go. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1, and it says, "And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh by Shem Yahushua thy power will set thee on high above all the nations of the earth." So this right here makes a clear distinction. He will set thee on high above all the nations on the earth. So that right there is saying that, hey, the Lord said that he was going to set his people, the ones that are called by his name, above all the other people on earth. And says, "And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power." And these are the blessings that we have to look forward to in the kingdom, because the covenant that the Lord is going to make, the new covenant that he's going to make, we're going to get this after we get the blessings. This is still in effect. This, because he says, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh by Shem Yahushua thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. So the new covenant is that these laws, statutes, and commandments will be in our inward parts. So we will, they'll be written in our inward parts, so we won't be able to go against them. Therefore, these blessings will come, because, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise. It says, "And all these blessings shall come unto thee and overtake thee, and thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, and the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. And Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, shall cause thine enemies to rise up against thee, to be smitten before thy face. They shall come up against thee on one way and flee before thee 7 ways. So the Lord said he's going to cause Israel, the children of the Most High, their enemies, to come up, to rise up against them just to fight. So, you know, so so they can be put in subjection. Verse Deuteronomy 28:8, it says, and Yahweh by Shem Yahushua shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses and in all that thou sittest thine hand unto, and he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. And the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua thy power, and walk in his ways. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of Yahweh, and they shall be afraid of thee. And Yahweh by Shem Yahushua shall make thee plenteous in goods, in fruit of thy body, in the fruit of thy cattle, in the fruit of thy ground, in the land which the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua swear unto thy fathers to give to thee. And the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven, to give rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all the work of thine hand. Thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. The Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath, if that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy power, which I command thee this day to observe and to do them. And it says, and thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. Okay, but this is 28:15. It says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command you this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So, I mean, you can read over the curses. You go from verse 15 all the way to verse 68, which is, you know, and it said that it would be for a sign and a wonder. So it says, this is Deuteronomy 28:68, and Yahweh by Shem Yahushua shall bring thee into Egypt, which Egypt is the land, the house of bondage, again with ships. By the way, therefore I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more. Talking about the land, the Lord said that he would send his people in ships, back into bondage in ships, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. And it says, and no man shall buy thee, but it actually means, let's see if we can get it. It means to redeem. It's a quana, to get, acquire, create, buy, possess, to get, acquire, obtain, of God, originating, creating, redeeming his people. Nobody will redeem you. See, it's in there, but you know, you gotta get the meat and spit out the bones. But okay, we're just gonna go to the new covenant. You know, the new covenant, which we're showing is only for Israel. You know, we're gonna go to the new covenant. I mean, the new covenant is outlined all throughout the scriptures, but we're gonna just get it, you know, where it's pretty much plain plain for the reader and the hearer. Jeremiah chapter 31 in the Old Testament, and Hebrews 8 in the New Testament. But we'll just get Jeremiah 31 and 31, starting at 31. Yeah, this is Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 31. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah." It says, not according, okay, so we went over that. Okay, the northern tribes is Israel, and the southern tribes, Benjamin, Levi, and Judah, are the southern tribes of Judah. So, and it says, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So we went over that, the covenant where they sprinkled the blood on the children of Israel, and they said, all that the Lord have said we will do and be obedient. So, the children of Israel broke that covenant. So, so since they broke the covenant, then, we fell under the curses. This is Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 33. It says, "But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord." And this the house of Israel is all 12 tribes, in this verse, in the first verse, it was meaning the northern tribe, but in this verse, it means all 12. And it says, "But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquity," and iniquity means sin compounded, sin on top of sin, "and I will redeem Salakia, and I will remember their sin no more." It says, "Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof war. The Lord of hosts is his name, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua." It says, "If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever." So the Lord is saying, look, if the moon and the stars, if the sun and the moon and the stars stop giving off their light, then the Lord will put off his people. So, basically he's mocking any of the other nations, any of the people, like modern day Christianity, talking about, everybody's the same. The promise, salvation is for everybody. No, the Lord said, he said, if those ordinances depart from me, Salaki, if those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. If heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord. So that right there is another mock, basically, because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, which is Esau, Edom. the self-proclaimed pale male, he's saying, hey, if you can search out the heavens and measure them, or the foundations of the earth, and find out what's below, then I will cast off the seed of Israel. And this is what these people have been trying to do. Why else are they sending satellites and so forth all off into the line, talking about they're going to Mars, line talking about they're going to the moon? Why do they need to go to the moon? They can't even search out the foundations of the earth. There's plenty of land on earth that has not been searched out, but yet, they want to say that it's global warming and the world is overpopulated, and yet they're trying to search out the skies, search out the heavens. The reason they're doing it is because the Lord said, and the Lord can't go back on his word, even though he was basically, mocking them, saying, go ahead and try, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The Lord is never going to get rid of his people. He's never going to break his promise to the children of Israel, and the other nations simply don't matter. The Lord, he made them to be servants. He made them to be servants, and that's just what it is. We can get that real quick. So I'm going to let the scripture speak that way. It's not me saying it. This is the Lord speaking. I'm just reading his words. This is Second Esdras. Come on. I think it's was it 64? Oh, it's loggy. I don't know why it's a 2. 6. I'm trying to figure out how this thing works. Oh, let's just get it. Oh, wow. 54. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Okay, so we all come from Adam through the line through Noah, because Noah was a direct descendant of Adam. There were many people on the earth, in the beginning when the Lord created, when he created the creatures, he created, all creatures innumerable. So man was included in that. So there were the sons of God, the sons of man, and the sons of the wicked, which now are, it's the Israelites, Esau, Edom, and the sons of man. Because Esau, Edom is the wicked according to the Bible. The pale male, the colonizer, the people that have gone all over the earth and have spoiled everybody and hoarded up all the resources. It says, all this have I spoken before thee, O Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Like I had stated earlier, the world was made for the Israelites. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, the brothers of Shem. So you got Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So the other children, the children of Japheth, the children of Ham, and the other, the other lines that come out of Shem, this is what it's talking about. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, behold these heathen, because the Lord calls the other nations heathen, because they heathen. He didn't give them the laws, statutes, and commandments. He wasn't concerned with the things that they do other than the laws that he gave all man. It says, which have ever been reputed as nothing. It says, Salakia, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse 57. It says, and now, O Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, behold these heathen, which has ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. And that's what's going on. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? So yes, the Lord is not concerned with the other nations, and the Lord is not going to get rid of his people. Salvation, which ultimately is the curses being lifted up off of us and being placed in our rightful positions as heirs of the world. With that being said, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. Hopefully this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. Again, Shalom.